Welcome back, captains and admirals, to another video with a funny muffler.
Let's give them a hard time.
Let's give them a hard time indeed. Today we're using the Independence Tier 5 Premium Aircraft Carrier, one of the campaign ships. So I did pick this over the black, and I didn't end up purchasing the black either, so, you know, won't be making that mistake again. But I do quite enjoy this carrier. Quite good. So we've got our Douglas our Douglas torpedo bombers up. So, as normal now, we'll head over to sea, do some spotting, see what we can do. So, there are 2 destroyers per team. I'm quite comfortable with this carrier, so I'll be trying my best to harass and just make as much of a nuisance of myself for the enemy destroyers as possible. Hopefully, when I do eventually spot them, my team will take the advantage and actually fire on them. So, our squadron are now spotted, so there's a good indication that there will be a destroyer. Whether his AA is on or off, his AA is on. So we know exactly where he is now. We're going to look around. So, I didn't recycle because I was hoping to find the destroyer, so I wanted to get as many planes on him as possible. So we've got the Akazuki here. I'll give him a bit of lead off the tops. He does turn into them, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll still get a nice hit. Oh, he's turning back into that. He's going to eat that one. He's turned back into it. We are, so just took just about half his health off. So even if we don't hit him now, just keeping him spotted and just, like I said, being a complete nuisance. So he's really low. More tops away. He's popping smoke, but he's continuing to move. And torpedo catches him and kills him. First blood. So that's a big advantage for our team. And like the captain says, we are off to a fantastic start. We'll get bombers up. So now that we have the destroyer down, it takes a huge amount of pressure off our friendly destroyer. Our friendly destroyer can now more or less, you know, raid unimpeded. The complete and utter impunity. What we'll do now is we'll send more planes over now and we'll get spotting. So we'll recycle one attack group. The enemies have just captured A. So the battle is by no means decided yet. We're off to a good start by killing one of the destroyers, but they have got a point and we don't. So that point deficit that they have against us won't last long. So we've got the Queen Elizabeth and the Duca di B on our side. So we'll start with the Queen Elizabeth. I'm more consistent with the bombs on battleships, easier to hit. I'm not as consistent with cruisers. We had a decent hit there. Ideally, what we're looking to do is set a fire. Because even if he puts the fire out, we forced him to pop a damage control. I died a little soon there. But luckily, we lose a plane. We do get the bomb hit. No fire, unfortunately, and no damage. So he still has his DC available. We'll get torpedo bombers up. So they've lost another ship. They've lost a cruiser. And we haven't lost anything yet, so we're off on a really good start. They've lost to New Orleans. We've just lost our Pensacola, so they've just gone to the leaderboard with their first kill. We've also secured B, and we're securing C as well. As you can tell, the point margin isn't too large, because they've had time to catch up, because they've had A. Some people could argue that maybe B going down to A to support there would have been a better option, but I want to try and clean up this side first, because ideally what we want to do, we want to get rid of this cruiser, we want to get rid of the battleship, then our team then can push from C down through B and into A. And hopefully then we can set up a crossfire, which is ideally what you want to do in every game of World Warships. If you can get a crossfire, you greatly increase your chance of success. Then, especially if a ship is attempting to angle. They can angle against both of you. And if you two are fairly close together, they do manage to get somewhat of an angle off. You know, two people firing HE at you, it's just going to be an absolute nightmare. We had some decent torpedo hits there. We're racking up some decent damage. I've just slammed my carrier into full reverse. I was hoping my team would have helped with the battleship, but they've moved in to deal with the cruiser. So it is a bit unfortunate, but we can deal with the battleship on our own. It'll just take us a longer time. What we'll do now is we're pulling our carrier back, because as he's coming round, I didn't want to continue and risk getting spotted and potentially being destroyed. But I'm not going to recycle my aircraft this time, because it's only him on his own. Yes, he has a catapult fighter up, but we should be able to do a good bit of damage. Hopefully get at least 4 torpedoes off onto him. Maybe 5. There we go, 9,000 damage, very nice. Coming back in for another run. Like I said, I'm very comfortable with these torpedo bombers. As you can tell, I've been very consistent with them. I will say there's one carrier that I will be covering that I'm not looking forward to, is the Bobita. I will say I'm not very good in that. I'm going to have to get some serious practice in. I don't play it very often, which is my problem. The thing is, all the carriers have their own quirks, so playing carriers that are substantially different can really throw your game off. Because if you're trying to play, say you're playing the Passible a lot, and then you switch to something like the Bobita, the way you play the carrier is much, much different. So we'll continue to drop our bombs here. So that attack group can head back. We've done 49,000 damage. We got first blood. We've helped secure the top part of the map. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to move between C and B and give my team some support there and try and keep my team between me and the enemy. Because yes, they're down a lot of ships, but I think we've all seen these matches where your friendly team just gets a rush of shit to the brain and totally collapses. We don't want to get too cocky and too reckless just yet. I deployed some fighters there just in case the enemy carrier carried on his present course, but he turned away for our other ships. Wasn't going for that London, but the torpedoes were inbound. It would have been a waste. So I died. Personally, I think was too soon here. That's unfortunate. And the German destroyers sent to Davy Jones. So we pull those planes back, get some torpedo bombers up. They've got their Western and their California left. So unless the California has suffered significant HE damage and has lost a lot of his AA, he's still going to be fairly potent. He looks fairly healthy. And I'm not saying everyone, but a lot of people do spec their carries for just massive AA firepower. But yeah, we can afford to be a bit more brazen with our aircraft. So you won't see me recycling. Because I'm hoping to get at least 2 runs off, but you have to keep in mind it is a California, so it is a fairly tall order, depending on how his ship is spec'd. We got 2 hits and a flood. Coming for another run. And as you can see, this game is more or less in the bag now. We have a massive point lead. We've got 2 of the 3 caps. We're just going to lose another ship. There goes their Cali. I can't really say how the match went overall, as we only see from my point of view, but from what I've seen is, I wouldn't say their team played terrible. I think our team just played better.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Here could be aircraft now. So we've got decent HE bombs, so we should be able to do a good chunk to the enemy carrier, the Wesser. Oh, I can't remember if I do recycle 1 or 2 squadrons of aircraft here. I do recycle them, there we go. I'm not always consistent when I recycle with the last ship. See, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depend on what it is. But as is the carrier, it makes more sense because you're potentially just giving him more, you know, plane kills. Very good bomb hit there, 7,000. So we'll get our torpedo bombers up, but we probably won't make it in time. The enemy carrier is getting really, really focused. And we win on points. So, played well there, guys. I think we played very well. We filled our role. I do want to thank you guys for watching. Like if you liked the video, dislike if you disliked it, leave a comment if you have anything you'd like to ask or want to reach out, and thank you for watching. So take care and fair seas, fellow captains and admirals. I'll see you next time.